Good morning. This is Norma Cowie back again with a movie review. It seems ages since I went to see F9. Finally, I was able to go and see Black Widow. Just going over the basics of Scarlett Johansson as Natasha Romanoff, Florence Pugh as Helena, but as her sister, Rachel Weisz as Melina, who played the mother, David Harbour, the father, Alexei. But I have to give a shout out to young Ever Anderson, who played the young Natasha. I thought she was very good and probably has a good future awaiting her in the acting field. Now, about the movie. I went in with no expectations. I hadn't studied too much of the, you might say, other reviews or anything, but, I'd heard a thing or two here and there. A lot of mixed reviews, unfortunately. Please excuse my voice. The last few days, it seems to have developed a rasp for some reason, or a frog, or whatever you want to call it. So I've tried everything before I sat down for it not to be there, but there it is. Let's hope it doesn't last too long in my life. Now, a couple of things I really, really enjoyed. Yes, there was the stunts. Yes, this is a character we're very familiar with. The introduction of the sister and the backstory, I really appreciated that. I felt that I understood her much, much more. I understood a lot of what was going on and happening, and just generally put a whole pile of pieces together for sure as to why she was the Black Widow, or considered the Black Widow. Also, I have to say what I appreciated the most was the humor. Now, I don't think anybody else has mentioned that, but I found myself laughing, or if not chuckling, laughing out loud, because if you know the story of the Avengers, if you have followed them like I have, every movie, every, which way, I was trying to figure out, okay, which movie is this in between of? But the humor was there, and I enjoyed that. I found that rounded it off really, really well. I think I've mentioned the stunts already. Well, there's always lots of stunts in the Avengers. There's always lots of surprises as well. I think David Harbour is also in Stranger Things, and funnily enough, ends up in a Soviet jail. And in this, he's in a Soviet jail. And I'm pretty sure it's the same actor. And I didn't look it up, but I'm pretty sure. And I had to have a little giggle on that one as well. Now, the ending. I have to discuss the ending. Looking at timelines, which Marvel seems to be getting into, especially with Loki, the timeline, where this fits. How far in the future are we? We're not really sure. I was sitting there thinking, oh, it would be really good to have a movie with the two sisters working together. That would be really, really good. I enjoyed the interaction. I enjoyed them getting along and not getting along and all that sort of stuff. I would have loved to have seen them, and maybe they'll still do that because they seem to be playing around with time and space. And then the ending, she's with, and this, if you don't want to hear anymore, please don't, because it is something that you may not be aware of. I was a little surprised at the ending. I'll put it this way. I was a little surprised at the ending, wondering, do we see the Black Widow again or not? But then I realized, well, Marvel doesn't seem to worry too much about that. You can be dead 1 minute and back in a different timeline or another time sequence, and you're back again. But I, on the whole, enjoyed it. I often put things in 5. Well, I would give it a 4 out of 5. I didn't like the ending. I felt it was a little unresolved, but it did give point of view that there could be another movie coming with the sister involved, which would be interesting to see. I would definitely go and see it. It took a lot to get me to see this movie, just based on my schedule, some health issues that are going on and stuff like that. So I was thrilled. I was thrilled to see it. I enjoyed it. If you haven't seen it yet and you are an Avengers fan, go see it because it fills in some gaps about what our dear Natasha Romanoff was all about. Thanks for watching. Thank you. And we're going to end this by saying thanks for all your subscriptions, etc.